completely and totally inspired by an episode of Fathering Autism last week where they made a sensory box completely out of things that they found at Dollar Tree. I love Dollar Tree, and James and I were already going on a promised trip to Dollar Tree where I promised him that he could pick out a few things. And I was actually planning on getting things to decorate our mantle for like Thanksgiving, but our store had gone straight from like Halloween to Christmas, and I thought that there were Thanksgiving decorations last time we were there, and this time there were no Thanksgiving decorations anywhere. So, change of plans. I decided that I was going to take the inspiration from Fathering Autism and do our own sensory bin with things that I thought that Tessie would like. So I went down to the toy aisle and cruised the toy aisle and even got this little bin that was also $1 because everything at Dollar Tree is $1.
Baby shark call tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Testing.
Yeah.
He's going to hunt.
Baby shark do.
Tail, that could be good. I am now going to make and put together Tessie's own sensory bin. Now, I believe if I use everything that I got for the bin, it will be $13 for everything here, which I think is pretty awesome. So I'm going to dump everything out. Now, the biggest thing about making Tessie's bin is that Tessie very much still puts everything in her mouth. She had like a huge oral aversion up until about 18 months where she didn't put anything, even food, into her mouth. She didn't start eating solids until like 16 months. And so now she's still very, very much at like not quite 2.5, puts every single thing in her mouth. I had to make sure that nothing here was something that I thought she would choke on. So what I actually want to use as kind of the base material was this little feather boa. I know if I got something like beans or rice, she's just gonna eat it and put it in her mouth, but I don't think she'll do that with the feathers. So my plan was to get this and cut it up into cut the rope part of it into some sections that are about that long so that that can kind of be what everything is in. It's kind of different and fun for her to play with, but it's not something that she will probably think of putting in her mouth, at least I think. It's still kind of messy. I have a lot of stories about trying rice bins. I tried like a giant rice bin bean thing with Maggie, and oh my gosh, it was a little bit disastrous. So smaller is definitely better in this case, at least in our experience. Here, maybe I'll just cut this one in half. So you can kind of have fun with the feathers, doing different colors and stuff for different seasons. Maybe I could have gone with like an orange for Halloween. But okay, so it's kind of soft and feathery. The next thing that I found that I thought might be kind of cool, that I'd never really thought of for a sensory thing before, was they had slinkies. Magic Spring is what it's called, because obviously not going to be the brand name. And this is a two-piece, so two slinkies. So these are going in there. And then the other thing that I got, and I made sure that these were, let me double check. These three princess necklaces were $1. And I felt they're pretty stuck on here. So they are stuck on the like, not chains, but on the things that they're on. So the point of that was that I wanted to be able to like cut them up so that I could just have like little links of them, like about this long, so that she could kind of play with them like little jewel things. I don't know. I thought that would be kind of fun. Tessie she's not big enough to wear necklaces really yet. At least we don't let her wear necklaces yet. But I thought that that might be kind of something that she would think was sparkly and fun for her sensory bin. Let's see. I'm going to put those in, and I'll still cut up this part. I'm not sure if all $13 of stuff is going to fit in here because it is a lot of stuff. Like $13 can go a long way in the toy section at Dollar Tree. Okay, next up are, I could have probably done it for like way less. Okay, next up are these little like squishy light up toys, which I think are just the coolest thing ever. I'm probably too easily amused. Okay, first it's like this little turtle. Isn't that fun? Next is dinosaur. And then we have, I don't even know what you are. Oh, he almost looks like a walrus monster thing. Dinosaur. I love how like these are like so squishy and stretchy. This guy is my favorite because he looks almost like some sort of a like newt salamander, I don't know, monster. Who also lights up. Its head lights up. And then we have this like, this one I don't think, does this light up? No, this one does not light up. It's just like a monster with googly eyes. I probably didn't need 5 of these monsters, but they're just so much fun. And the other kids are totally going to play with these once we let her play with them for a while. And she will carry these around. She'll take them to school with her. She has gone through a lot of these, just hauling them all over and eventually losing them. But I mean, they're only $1 and she loves them. They get kind of gross after being loved so much as she's going to love them. I'm going to show you what I've got so far. Here's what it looks like so far in the sensory bin. Okay, next up, I just thought this was fun. I don't know that it's really sensory bin appropriate necessarily. I think she's gonna like it. This said it was a unicorn tail. Like it should be a headband. Be part of a Halloween costume. Let's kind of bury this down to one side. See what she makes of it. I got these because Tessie adores rubber duckies. Like, she loves them. She convinced the psychologist that did her educational evaluation for autism to leave her rubber duck here for like 2 weeks. And yeah, so when I saw that they had this little family of rubber ducks for $1 at Dollar Tree, I figured that it needed to come live. They needed to come live in the sensory bin. You know what? I got these other 2 toys and I don't think we even need them. And without them, the contents of this, the other 2 things that I wanted to add that I'll let her play with some other time were like fruit and these jumping frogs. But I think that we will save these for another time and just go with what we already have in here because this looks pretty good. The box was $1 and the contents were $1, so altogether it was $11. It has a little lid to keep it safe, but I'm gonna bring the camera over so you guys can actually see it. Here is Tessie's sensory bin. I think it's already a lot of fun. I mean, come on. Just like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. There's just so much to like. Apparently I need my own sensory bin. And this is what it needs to be full of. The test will be Tessie's reaction, so we'll have to give that a try. Now, let's see what Tessie thinks. Okay, Tessie, here is your sensory bin.
Ooh, can you give me one?
This is it. What's in it? What does she think? Tess? Oh, you found it. That's my favorite one. So fun. Mommy's gonna be making dinner right here.